There's a deep misunderstanding many of us carry. We think being kind means always saying yes, always smiling, and always pleasing everyone. But real kindness doesn't come at the cost of your own peace. The spiritual path teaches us to live with compassion, but also with wisdom. True peace doesn't come from being liked by everyone. It comes from living with clarity, strength, and truth. Let's understand what that really means. Lesson 1. Kindness. Without discernment is self-destructive. Kindness is beautiful. It can heal wounds, soften hearts, and bring light to the darkest places. But kindness, when offered without discernment, can turn into a weapon used against you. Not everyone values your goodness. Some see it as weakness. They take advantage of it. They use your empathy for their own selfish gains. You may find yourself drained, confused, and wondering why your good intentions bring bad results. This happens because you're giving without awareness. You're offering care to those who only know how to take. The spiritual path is not about being endlessly self-sacrificing. It's about waking up to what helps and what harms. Giving love is noble, but giving it to someone who uses it to harm you is not wise. The teachings ask us to develop clarity, not just love. When we act with wisdom, we realize that not everyone is meant to receive our kindness. Some people must be loved from a distance. Some should not be in your life at all. This isn't hatred, it's self-care. You are not here to be endlessly drained. You are here to grow, to walk your path, and to protect your spirit. If you pour all your kindness into empty hands, you'll have none left for those who truly need it. Be aware of where your kindness goes. Don't throw it into fires that only burn you in return. Remember, it's not unkind to protect yourself. It's wise. Your kindness must have roots in awareness. Only then does it bring true peace. Without that, kindness becomes a slow self-destruction, and that's not the life you were meant to live. Lesson 2. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. Many people feel guilty for setting boundaries. They fear being called selfish or rude, but boundaries are not walls. They are bridges of understanding. When you set a boundary, you're not pushing people away. You're protecting your peace. You're saying, "This is what I allow in my space. This is what I don't." That clarity is not cruelty, it's courage. In spiritual teachings, there is a deep respect for inner balance. Without boundaries, your mind becomes chaotic. Your energy becomes scattered. You say yes to things that drain you. You entertain relationships that harm your heart. And slowly, you lose your own center. That's not compassion, that's collapse. When you set healthy boundaries, you honor your well-being. You treat yourself with the same kindness you offer others. If someone gets upset when you create distance, it's because they benefited from your lack of limits. But their anger is not your responsibility. You are not responsible for others' reactions to your truth. You are only responsible for living in alignment with your peace. A calm life isn't one where everyone is pleased. It's one where your spirit is protected. Boundaries allow you to keep your focus, your clarity, and your energy intact. They help you choose what matters and walk away from what doesn't. People who love you will respect your boundaries. People who don't were never really there for your good. Don't fear losing those who never honored your space. Let them go. Your peace matters more than their approval. Respect yourself enough to say no when needed, to walk away when your heart is not safe, to create distance when your energy is being drained. This is not harshness. It is deep inner love. The spiritual life asks you to live in truth, and truth means knowing where you end and where others begin. That's the power of boundaries. That's the strength of self-respect. Lesson 3. People-pleasing is a form of self-betrayal. Trying to please everyone is a silent prison. You wear a mask, always smiling, always agreeing. You bury your voice so others can be loud. You shrink so others feel big. And slowly, you disappear. This is not kindness, this is self-betrayal. When you constantly seek approval, you abandon your own soul. You become addicted to being liked. But being liked is not the same as being respected. In spiritual growth, we are taught to live with integrity. That means living from within, not for the applause of the outside world. Pleasing everyone leads to a scattered life. You start saying yes when your heart screams no. You start giving when your soul feels empty. That's not generosity, that's fear. You fear rejection, you fear conflict. But in doing so, you reject yourself. You become a stranger in your own life. Every time you lie to please, you move further from your peace. And yet, real peace comes only when you live authentically. Not everyone will like your truth. And that's okay. You are not here to fit into everyone's expectations. You are here to live from your center. People-pleasing is exhausting. It makes you anxious, resentful, and lost. But when you stop, you find power. You find clarity. You learn that your worth is not tied to how many people approve of you. Your worth is rooted in your own awareness. Learn to say no without guilt. Learn to disappoint others without disappointing yourself. The right people will love you as you are, not as you pretend to be. Don't live your life for likes, attention, or praise. Live it for truth, for peace, for freedom. The more you betray yourself, the more lost you feel. The more you stand in your truth, the more whole you become. Stop pleasing. Start living. Lesson 4. Not everyone deserves your kindness. It may sound harsh, but it's true. Not every person deserves your kindness. Some people take your softness and use it to hurt you. They take your compassion as permission to manipulate. When you give kindness to those who constantly harm, you're not helping them or yourself. You're enabling their behavior. You're teaching them that your heart is always open, even to abuse. That's not spiritual, that's self-neglect. True kindness includes discernment. You must look deeper than appearances. Some people wear smiles but hold knives behind their back. The teachings remind us to open our hearts, but also our eyes. See who is standing in front of you. Observe how they treat you, not just how they speak. If someone constantly lies, takes advantage, or disrespects your peace, they do not deserve the gentleness of your spirit. Forgiveness doesn't mean foolishness. You can forgive someone and still walk away. You can wish them well and still close the door. Protect your heart. Your kindness is a gift. Don't hand it to those who break it over and over. There are people who are ready for your light. They will appreciate it. They will grow from it. Give your energy to them. Don't waste it on those who only bring darkness. This is not about hate. This is about wisdom. Every drop of energy you give matters. Don't throw it into places that only feed your pain. You are not obligated to be kind to those who mistreat you. That is not spiritual maturity. That is spiritual confusion. Be brave enough to step back. Be strong enough to stop giving to those who never gave back. Save your love for where it can bloom. Your peace is sacred. Don't offer it to those who trample on it. Lesson 5. Your purpose is more important than popularity. In life, you will be pulled in many directions. People will expect things. They will have opinions about who you should be. But your path is not to be liked. Your path is to live with purpose. Too often, people trade their calling for acceptance. They silence their truth to fit in. They lower their standards to avoid being judged. But in doing so, they abandon their deeper purpose. The teachings remind us that inner peace comes from living with meaning, not from being admired, but from being aligned. Popularity is temporary. It fades. But purpose gives your life depth. It guides you through confusion. It gives you strength when others turn away. You were not born to be everyone's favorite. You were born to walk your own journey. Some will not understand it, some will criticize it. But that doesn't mean you're wrong. It means you're growing. When you live with purpose, you will lose people. But you will gain clarity. You will gain strength. You will gain yourself. Choose the path that brings you closer to truth, not applause. The world may not cheer you on, but your soul will, and that's what matters. Don't sacrifice your calling for comfort. Don't trade your voice for validation. The more you chase popularity, the further you drift from your center. But when you choose purpose, even in silence, you feel whole. Remember, your time here is short. Don't waste it trying to be liked. Use it to live fully, truthfully, and with depth. That is the real success. That is real freedom. Lesson 6. True kindness is not about avoiding conflict. Many believe that kindness means keeping the peace at all costs. that being kind means avoiding confrontation, never disagreeing and always being agreeable. But that is not true kindness. That is fear disguised as compassion. True kindness sometimes means speaking the hard truth. It means standing firm when others expect you to bend. It means not allowing wrong behavior just to keep things calm. Avoiding conflict is often just postponing the storm. It builds resentment inside you. It creates tension in relationships. And worst of all, it silences your voice. Inner peace is not the absence of conflict. It's the presence of clarity. You cannot create harmony by pretending things are okay when they're not. If someone crosses your boundary, kindness does not mean staying quiet. It means calmly expressing your truth. If something is unjust, kindness does not mean ignoring it. It means gently standing up for what is right. The teachings encourage compassion, but also courage. Let your heart be open, but let your spine be strong. Do not fear discomfort. Growth often comes through it. Real kindness is not weak. It is fierce when needed. It does not tolerate harm in the name of peace. Instead, it protects what is good, even when it's hard. Don't confuse silence with grace. Don't mistake avoidance for wisdom. You can be kind and still say no. You can be loving and still walk away. The most loving act sometimes is to stop enabling bad behavior. The most peaceful choice sometimes is to end the lie. When you live like this, you don't create enemies. You create respect. You build real connections, not fake ones based on fear. Let your kindness be true, not timid. Let it be guided by wisdom, not avoidance. In this way, you live a life that is both gentle and strong. Lesson 7. Observe people's actions, not just their words. Words are easy. Anyone can say they care. Anyone can promise change. But actions reveal the truth. What people do matters far more than what they say. In life, many will tell you they respect you, but continue to cross your boundaries. Many will say they love you, but treat you with indifference. This is where you must open your eyes. Look closely. Do their actions match their promises? Do their choices align with their words? The teachings encourage awareness, to live with open eyes, not in suspicion, but in clarity. If someone repeatedly hurts you and then says, "I didn't mean to," watch their pattern. If they truly didn't mean to, they would change. But if they keep doing it, that is who they are choosing to be. Don't be blinded by sweet words. Many people manipulate through charm. They say just enough to keep you close, but never enough to treat you right. Don't fall for apologies without action. Don't stay in cycles where nothing truly changes. You are not unkind for choosing truth over comfort. You are wise. It's not cold to step back from someone whose words never match their actions. It's clear-sighted. You deserve people who act with care, not just speak it. Who show up, not just promise to. Protect your energy. Give your time to those whose actions earn it. Not everyone deserves access to your heart. Let behavior guide you, not just words. Words can lie, but actions rarely do. When you live this way, you stop getting stuck in toxic cycles. You stop waiting for people to change who have no real intention to. You begin to build a life based on truth, not illusion. And in that truth, you find real peace, real love, and real strength. Lesson 8. Don't water down your values to appease others. In trying to be accepted, many people slowly erase their values. They stay quiet when something feels wrong. They laugh at jokes that hurt their spirit. They agree with things they don't believe in, all just to be liked. But in doing this, they become strangers to themselves. Your values are your roots. They ground you. They guide you. When you compromise them, even a little, you lose clarity. You lose direction. You begin to live a life that doesn't feel like yours. The spiritual path teaches us to live with truth, not with noise. If something doesn't align with your core, don't support it. If someone pushes you to become what you're not, walk away. You don't need to fit in, you need to stay whole. Appeasing others may bring temporary approval, but it creates lasting emptiness. It creates a disconnect between who you are and how you live, and that gap leads to suffering. Don't let the fear of judgment shrink your soul. Don't let the need for connection silence your truth. Real strength is saying, "This is what I believe. This is what matters to me." And living by that no matter who misunderstands. People will have opinions, but your peace should not be built on their validation. Stand by your values with quiet confidence, not arrogance, but clarity, not hostility, but firmness. You'll attract people who respect you, not just like you. And you'll walk a path that is yours, not someone else's idea of it. Don't dilute your truth to fit into shallow waters. You were made to swim deep, in truth, in meaning, in strength. Protect your values. They are your light in this world. Lesson 9. The right. People will respect your boundaries. When you start setting boundaries, some people will leave. They may call you selfish, dramatic, or distant, but let them. Those who react that way are the ones who benefited from your lack of boundaries. They were comfortable when you had none. But the right people, they won't leave. They will listen. They will respect. They will honor your space, your needs, your limits, because they care not just about what they get from you, but about how you feel. The right people don't just love your light. They protect it. They don't just want your time. They value your peace. Too often we fear setting boundaries because we think we'll end up alone. But solitude is better than being surrounded by those who disrespect your soul. The right people will never make you choose between being kind and being safe. They will understand that your no is not rejection. It's protection. That your limits are not punishments, they are clarity. Spiritual teachings show us that love without respect is not real love. That connection without boundaries is not real connection. When you honor yourself, you teach others how to treat you. When you're clear about what's okay and what's not, you create relationships based on truth. And truth always outlasts performance. Let the wrong ones walk away. Don't chase, don't beg. Don't explain over and over. Your peace is not up for debate. Focus on those who honor it. Build with those who see your heart and protect it, not those who constantly test it. Life is too short to keep explaining your worth. The right people will see it without you having to scream. And when they do, you'll feel safe, seen, whole. That's what you deserve. Lesson 10. Redirect your energy to where it matters. Your energy is limited. Each day you wake up with a certain amount. Where you give it matters. If you keep pouring it into people who drain you, situations that go nowhere, or thoughts that harm you, you'll end up empty. Kindness is powerful, but it must be directed wisely. Instead of trying to fix everyone, save everyone, or please everyone, turn inward. Ask, what brings me peace? What helps me grow? What feeds my soul? And begin there. Pour your energy into healing, into learning, into meaningful relationships, into your purpose. Let go of the need to be everywhere for everyone. You are not meant to carry every burden. Some people must walk their path alone. Some situations must be left behind. Don't waste energy fighting battles that aren't yours. Don't lose sleep trying to win love that doesn't honor you. Shift your focus, reclaim your time. When you begin to redirect your energy, you start to feel lighter, clearer, stronger. You start to bloom where you once felt buried. The spiritual path is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters. It's about releasing what doesn't serve your soul and holding close what does. Stop giving your energy to chaos. Invest it in calm, in growth, in truth, in beauty. This shift is everything. It changes your life. You were not meant to survive each day. You were meant to live it, fully, deeply, and freely. And you can. But only if you redirect your energy to where it truly matters. Being kind is a beautiful thing, but not when it costs your peace, your truth, or your purpose. These teachings are not about becoming cold. They're about becoming clear, about seeing yourself as worthy of the same love you give others. Don't stop being kind. Just stop giving it to those who misuse it. Guard your heart, respect your path, and live with wisdom. That is true peace.